Hi guys, earlier on I did actually mention that I was going to do a comparison between the two ESC, the Castle ESC Phoenix against the Spectrum 120. They're both 120 amps. As you can see, I've got this one in this Edge, Pilot Edge, and that's 120 Phoenix. It doesn't have a fan on top like the Spectrum Avion, but I guess they feel as though it is sufficient enough for cooling. There are a couple of differences with the Castle Link. They use, as you can see, the wire quite thick, and it is, you can see, just to show you, move that out of the way, it is 8 gauge. Faffing around with the wire here, it's really struggling. There you go, 8 gauge wire, as you can see. Okay, now with 8 gauge red but 10 gauge black, they both can handle 200C, even with the Spectrum, but with the Castle Link you do need a separate back, which is here. I'm just going to point it out to you here. I strapped it down here. Now this back will handle up to 25 amp, and it is external back. That is the downside. You carry a little bit more wiring and everything. I've used them both. They're both very good ESC, but they both needs timing looking at. Now there we have the Avion ESC Spectrum. Okay, now the wire on the Spectrum is only 8 gauge. I'm just going to show you this again. It can handle 200C, so even though it's 8 gauge, it can handle the heat. Sorry, not 8 gauge, 12 gauge. You can see it, 12 gauge here, 12 gauge wire. Okay, and it can both handle 200. With the Spectrum 120 ESC, you have a fan on top, and that, as soon as you plug it in, the fan will kick in and it'll start running. With this, you don't need a separate back, because with Spectrum, they actually say, there's the box, there's the specification, continuous current 120 amp, peak current 140. I guess you can hold 140 amp for about 5-10 seconds, and it'll take 6 to 14 cells. Back output, as you can see, if it's on high voltage 8.4, it'll handle up to 25 amps, which is same as the other one that I have separately. So I've used both of these ESC. They're both just as good as each other, but just one, the Castle Creation, you do need a separate back, and you carry more weight, a little bit more wiring, a little bit more work, but they're both just as good as each other. The only thing is, you do need to set the timing on both. I've ran them both on 35cc X power motor. The Castle Creation, you run it on either medium or low timing. With the Avion Spectrum, you run it on high timing, so there's a little bit of difference between the both. Then obviously I'm just here just to let you know I ran them both and they're both just as good as each other, and it's horses for courses, which you guys ever decide to go with a 120 high voltage ESC. You can sort of like decide whether you want to put a separate back on or use the one that it's already carrying in with the ESC. That's pretty much it, guys, and thanks for watching, and I will do another video when my Pilot Slick has got the motor in and also the radio installation. So thanks for watching, guys, and say good night for now. Bye.